YouTubers, this your boy Amari Points here, bringing you the latest movie review. So today I'm doing my newest movie review on Artemis Fowl, which was originally supposed to be released in the movie theaters, but due to COVID-19 and everything happening this year, it was put on Disney Plus. And let me tell you, this movie is awful, really awful. I honestly was expecting so much more from this movie after seeing all the trailers and everything that got me interested in the movie. It was hands down awful after I finished watching it yesterday. So basically, this movie is about Artemis Fowl, who has to save his father, and in exchange, who has to save his father. But the bad guy wants a specific object that is in the Fowl home. So he has to find that artifact in exchange for his father. But honestly, the only thing that was going for this movie was the cinematography. It was perfect in everything through the slightest touch. But everything else, no. I was expecting a whole lot more from this movie, but considering they had to push it to this month, because of reshoots and everything, I kind of was expecting a whole lot more action, and they could have made it like 15 minutes or so long, but it was kind of short, and it didn't really pique my interest. Josh Gad as Mulch. He was narrating the whole movie, but his character himself wasn't exactly all that fun and interesting. Sorry, Josh Gad. This is just one of your characters that I think, that I think wasn't exactly the most funnest character to click with. Because honestly, what was Disney thinking? What on earth was Disney thinking? I thought these reshoots that they had to do were for the good of the movie, but instead, it just turned out to be a whole lot worse. Ferdia Shaw, I don't mean to say this about a kid actor, but him playing Artemis Fowl, I literally was expecting so much more from this kid. I wanted to see the backstory of Artemis, but instead we didn't. Because I guess Disney thought that he didn't really need a backstory, because he's a super genius. But people will want to see how Artemis Fowl became a super genius. How he got to where he is today. Because there are a lot of interesting backstories from Disney, but this one I think would have been really interesting to know. And the same director, Kenneth Rogers, who directed Thor and the live-action Cinderella movie, directed this movie. I was expecting more out of this director, but again, he disappointed. He really disappointed everybody when he made this movie. And as for the rest of the cast that was in this movie, they seemed kind of, bland. I thought that, the characters that all the actors and actresses played, such as June Dolch, who played the Fairy Commander, she was kind of literally not that interesting at all. Literally not. And Artemis Fowl, he wasn't exactly in this movie that much. And basically, the movie is supposed to be about him. He literally could have been in this movie a whole lot more, but instead, they just had him shown here and there. And Colin Farrell, who plays Artemis Fowl's dad, he's not exactly in this movie much either. But it would have been nice to see him in a couple of scenes or more, in a couple of scenes or more in this movie. But Disney, you literally screwed up. big time with this movie. Literally big time. Come on. I was excited to see this movie from when I saw the trailers about a year ago. I was really excited, but instead, it was just one of those movies that I will never, and I mean never, watch again. Never. So if you want to see a Disney movie or something about Artemis Fowl, read the books. I myself didn't read the books on Artemis Fowl yet. But I know they are way more better than the movie ever was. I know the books are more interesting than this piece of turd. Sorry to all the cast and crew, but you literally made a crappy movie that I will probably never, ever watch again. Because I'm never watching this again. I'm sorry. It was that bad of a movie. Sorry. No. Never. Ever again. Okay. And that's it for my rant. On to the positives and negatives. First off are the positives. The only one positive I have about this movie is, honestly, the cinematography. Like I said earlier, it was good. Really good. But, again, the story could have been a whole lot more interesting. They did a great job on the cinematography, and it was a blast and really captivated me. That's the only positive I have. Sorry. And on to the negatives. First negative is, again, Josh Gad as Mulch narrating this whole movie. I mean, his character could have been a whole lot more interesting. They had to change his voice, everything throughout the whole movie. Having him narrate about Artemis Fowl and much more. But he didn't really click with me at all. I thought Mulch was going to be more interesting and entertaining. Sorry, Josh Gad. Again, I apologize. But your character, Mulch, he didn't really seem like that interesting at all. And again, about Ferdia Shaw, I usually don't have problems with kid actors, but this kid actor really annoyed the crap out of me. He could have been a really interesting character development, but instead, he was just a character that I couldn't really click with at all. And he needs some work. And another negative is the backstory. We needed to see the backstory of Artemis Fowl and how he got to be who he is today, like I said earlier. Again, Disney didn't deliver on that. I was expecting them to do something like that. Like, I had high expectations for this movie, but Disney let me down. They really did. I was hoping, sorry guys, I was hoping for more interesting stuff, but to be honest, this movie wasn't worth watching. Again, don't watch this movie. If you want to see a crappy movie, watch something else. And that's it for my positives and negatives. On to the rating. I give Artemis Fowl a solid E. Because I was really excited to see this movie, but instead, it was dead awful. I was excited to see the movie and was hoping for so much more from this movie. Don't go watch this on Disney Plus. Save yourself the time. Watch something else on Disney Plus. Watch a good Disney movie on there. Not this movie. And that's it for my movie review, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share with everyone you know. And press the notification bell at the bottom of my video to get notified when my next movie review is going to be. And be sure to follow me on the Stardust app at Amari106 for my latest movie/trailer reaction. I will see you guys soon. Take care, and God bless. Peace.